Hiya. Are you feeling motivated today? I'm asking because I was coaching a client and she is really struggling getting the motivation back to work in the veterinary clinic. She is struggling, and luckily we have found out why she's struggling and what she can do to start working on getting the motivation back. It may be that she ends up changing jobs or changes career. I don't know, but for sure we're going to find out exactly what is holding her back right now. And we're also finding out already the tools that she can best use so she can like start feeling better and better in the clinic, no? And I want to help you if you're feeling unmotivated. And because feeling unmotivated is actually, it actually sucks. Waking up Monday morning and not wanting to go to work, driving towards work and being like, oh, coming home from work and then already dreading going to work next day, being in at work and just going through the motions but not feeling excited about work. That is really hard. And like I always say, we only live once and you want to get the most out of it, right? So there's a few things I want to help you. Yeah, I want to give you tools, I want to give you strategies, I want to give you so you can like make a plan up for how to get your motivation back. And once you're there, like let's say, well, actually, let me just start. I want to first help you get your facts right. Like, how high are you on the motivation scale right now? If one is, I absolutely hate vet med, I do not want to be it in 1 minute longer. And 10 is, I love going to work and there's nothing I love more than doing some anal glands. Right. So where on the scale are you right now? I actually asked my client the other way. So 10 being unmotivated and 10 being, and one being motivated, but that came out really weird. But she was a six on that, which would then, if you turn around, would be a four. So like really think about like, how motivated are you right now or unmotivated? And I would write it down because when you start using the tools I'm going to give you, you want to be able to measure if you're getting any better or not, right? And the second thing you want to do once you have like seen, okay, where I'm on a motivation scale, let's just be honest with ourselves, let's get the facts right. Then it would be a really good idea if you could nail down what would motivated look like for you. Maybe you were super motivated once when you just came out of vet school or in vet school or the first couple of years and you lost it. So, can you remember how it was like? Would motivated be excited about going to work? Would it be excited about doing specific procedures? Like, I'm excited about trying to do a GDE for the first time, or I'm excited about diagnosing this weird case I've never seen before. Or would you be excited about learning something and finally nailing it? For example, me with my ultrasound, I'm getting more and more motivated learning about it. And the big thing, which I think we all struggle with in this profession, is getting back to now in our bodies and really feel it. So we tend to say, I'm not motivated or I feel unmotivated. And if then I ask you, so how does it feel like? Then you just tell me a lot of the thoughts you're having. And when I'm like, no, but how does it feel like? Then you just tell me more thoughts you're having. That's what tends to happen with my clients. But what would motivated feel in your body? So for example, me feeling motivated is there's this like forward motion in my body. I want to get up and I want to get going. No, there's a bit of like bubbliness in my chest and my stomach maybe. I don't feel that heaviness we sometimes feel, like heavy and when you have a heavy clump in your stomach and your shoulders just feel heavy and you just want to like physically just want to lay down. So like notice how would motivated feel in your body and what are you feeling now instead? Because if we don't know this, then we have no idea what we feel like. We don't know if we're getting any better. We don't know if we're getting any worse. That's just like gonna leave you in this limbo where you're just gonna be unmotivated forever. There's a possibility that you cannot remember what it was like when you were motivated when you first started out as a vet. Or maybe you never were. Maybe like once you got through vet school, it was just like hell on earth. But that's okay. If you can't imagine it right now, you can keep trying and you can keep maybe looking like at movies where people are motivated or speaking to people that are motivated and say, okay, how would that feel like for me? How would that be like for me? But like really stop to to think about this and experiment with it and think about both in your head and in your body how it would be like and try to open up for that, right? And then once you have the facts down, like where are you on the scale of unmotivated to motivated? And how would it be and how would it feel like if you were motivated? What are we count? What is the goal? What are we aiming at? Once you have that, then there's three ways to move forward. So first of all, you want to identify the main reasons for not being motivated. Because you can just go like, oh, I just hate work. Okay, but like why? What are the main reasons? Because we're all different, right? And it's not, we don't share the same reason for burnout or on motivation. Are you maybe exhausted because you have constant brain chatter in your head? You know what I'm talking about. The constant spin, right? Beating yourself up and doubting yourself and coming home like, should have said that, should have said the other thing. Are you maybe feeling let down by management, like they're not supporting you like you think they should? Maybe you don't feel that they appreciate you enough. Maybe you're not being paid enough. Maybe you think like, for what the work I do, I'm really not getting paid enough, and you're feeling resentment towards them. Is that maybe what it is? Or are you feeling unmotivated going to work because you know you have to speak to people and you just don't feel comfortable speaking to the owners because maybe you've had some few bad experiences? Maybe you are a bit worried about them complaining about you or going against what you say. Um, are you just tired of people in general? Because now you're just tired. Have you maybe got compassion fatigue? Sometimes we can feel a bit hopeless as well if we feel like we don't have chemistry with the owners and nothing that we do seems good enough. So that could create like this hopelessness and that could make us feel unmotivated. Um, are you maybe struggling getting on with your colleagues? And this could happen if you're on fight and flight, well, then everybody just seems annoying and you don't really want to chat with anybody. But there could also be like a lot of gossip going on and maybe some toxicity that people are talking behind each other or they're being passive aggressive towards you or you perceive it as such. Are you maybe tired of not feeling good enough? Are you tired of constantly comparing yourself to others? Like always, like all my clients always think that everybody else have got it all together. So I think I can assume that you think that as well, but also notice that everybody else listening right now are not feeling put together and think you look put together. So just let me put out there. But that can feel really tiring of always not feeling good enough and looking at everybody else what they're doing and always wanting their second opinion for everything, and that comes back again to the brain chatter that we then have like, oh, I should be better by now, why do I keep asking others, and I should be more confident but I'm not, and now beating myself up because I'm not confident. That constant chatter that would make anybody completely exhausted. Are you maybe unmotivated because now you have signed up for too much? Are you not setting enough boundaries or have you let your boundaries down? And this is both in and out of the work. I talk about both in work, being able to say no to your colleagues, being able to say no to the owners, being able to say no to your managers, being able to say no to yourself when you want to push yourself into working more, and also out of work, right? If you feel like you're overwhelmed, you've got too much going on, you're going to be unmotivated. Are you physically tired? Are you not feeling well? Are you maybe sick? Have you worked yourself into the ground? Are you not getting enough sleep? Are you not taking care of your nutrition? Are you not drinking enough water? All these little things, if we don't do these, that will make us feel unmotivated. I personally definitely feel a huge change when I have made sure I have enough sleep, which can vary from week to week, also what I need, and when I don't move. So a morning where I move, do yoga or go to CrossFit or do whatever I do, that will make me feel more motivated. I feel I got a spring in my step. Maybe you're lacking that. Are you doing anything like that? Have you left behind all this stuff that made you, feel healthy and feel good and feel maybe a bit creative as well? And any of the above could make you have a constant chatter, a constant belief in your head that the grass is greener somewhere else. Like, if I could just be somewhere else, then I would feel much better. If I get another job, if I could get out of this career, or if like I had just chosen this instead, then I would feel better. The feeling of the grass is greener, that is incredibly unmotivating. Because what's the point in going to work when I know I'm going to feel terrible and I will be much better off somewhere else? So I would literally journal on this. Obviously, of the reasons I've given you now. So if you are listening to this on the go, like listen to this specific section where I'm saying all the different reasons you might feel unmotivated, and maybe put down the top three ones for you. I don't think most of us have all of them really high on our mind all the time. There'll probably be something that weighs more for you right now. So I would look at those and say, okay, so these are the three main reasons I'm feeling unmotivated. And now let's go to step two. You want to break down into smaller bits what's going on for you. So any of the reasons I've said before, let's choose, for example, you don't feel appreciated by management, you're not getting paid enough. Let's say you're uncomfortable speaking to people and you're not taking care of your sleep. You think those are the three main reasons you're feeling unmotivated. You want to break down into smaller bits, so separate them out and write very specifically what is going on. For example, my manager never tells me I'm good enough, or they are always picking on me, or I am getting paid XYZ, I want to be paid C, and so on. So really put in like, this is what's happening for me, and this is what I would like to be happening. You want to break it down. And then you want to plan very, very small baby steps to get better. This is what I'm working on with my client right now. So from week to week, I'm saying, okay, so for example, this week, so she's, for example, struggling, this specific client with her self-confidence, and she's gone into a habit of always asking others for second opinion. No? And so I said, like, let's practice this week. You're just gonna when you want to like ask for a second opinion on an x-ray, like just check in with yourself. Do I really need that, or do I know what I'm looking at? And just so challenge those little habits you have that might be not working for you. If you want to ask for a raise because you think you're not getting paid enough, so then you need to take some steps towards that. No, you want to plan out how you're going to ask for it. Are you going to send an email? Who are you going to ask? How much are you going to ask for? How much are you willing to go down to? What happens if they say no? Would you be willing to take some courses instead, or maybe go down in hours? What's going to happen? No, and also like, okay, so why do I think I'm worth a raise? Can you show them? Can you write down, this is why I'm so valuable to this clinic? Have you noticed X, Y, and Z? Or if I, for example, got really good at ultrasounds, maybe I could charge like full ultrasounds and so on and so on. So you want to break down into little steps what you can do to try and improve it, and how you're going to deal with things that might not go your way. And in order as well then to measure how you're doing with this, because here's the trick. The brain will always go towards the negative side. It will always go, oh, this was a shit day. Nothing you had planned went like you wanted to, so we're just going to stay unmotivated. What might have happened might be that 5 or 6 things went really well, but then one didn't. Like maybe the anesthesia didn't go too well in a patient, or maybe you were trying to practice active listening with a client and you lost your shit again. So but that one thing is really going to weigh over you, and it's going to bring the whole day down. And this is why, if you haven't listened to it yet, I want you to listen to episode 19 of this podcast, which is the 3-step evaluation process. Because once you've made a little bit of a plan of the steps you're going to take to improve the three main areas that are keeping you unmotivated, you want to keep evaluating it. So at the end of the day, you want to sit down, you would just want to say, what are 3 things that went really well today, specifically towards the things that normally make me feel unmotivated. So for example, if you are not happy speaking to pet owners because you're tired of people, what was maybe a conversation that went well? Where did you manage to get through with this treatment that they have refused in the past? Where did you manage to snap out of it when you noticed that you were no longer listening and just wanted to put your point across? So put down the 3 things that went really well, and then notice 3 things that didn't go so well. I speak all about it in episode 19. I just want to quickly tell you now. Then you notice what didn't go so well, and then what am I going to change tomorrow? If you do that every day, like just for this week, like notice the big change you're going to have, like how you're going to improve little things, and how maybe if you're like a 2 on the motivation scale, how maybe you can push yourself up to a 3 in just a week. And the third thing I want you to do in order to improve your motivation is getting used to knowing what's going on in your body. As vets, as A+ people that are constantly on the go, and we want to problem solve for everything, and we just want to work our way out of any discomfort we're feeling, we are really terrible at feeling what's going on in our body. And someone will say to me, I feel really unmotivated. And maybe they're just hungry, you know. So you want to get better at feeling what's going on in your body. So instead of having this vague unmotivation feeling or just tired, Find out exactly what's going on. So I would set an alarm 3 times a day, where you literally just take like literally 10 seconds to feel what's going on in your body. So you can, for example, have one alarm in the morning when you wake up. You're just gonna sit on your bed and just take in, what am I feeling? I'm feeling unmotivated. Okay, where does it feel like? It feels like there's something pressing on my chest, or I have a bit of a headache. I feel really heavy. Okay, just notice it, and then move on. Midday, you have another alarm. At lunch break, you just go into the toilet, do whatever you do there, and just take a moment. What am I feeling right now? Did something go really well? Do I have a bubbly, excited feeling? Or I'm already worn out? Am I hungry because I need to eat? Am I feeling dehydrated? Are my eyes heavy because I'm sleep deprived? Just stop a moment and notice it. And then when you get home from work, do it again. Just feeling. I'm telling you, it is just 5 seconds, 10 seconds. You feel in, there's a knot in my stomach. Okay, am I feeling a bit of anxiety maybe? Where's that coming from? And just recognizing these things. If you do these things, recognize how motivated you are or how unmotivated. If you are able to remember or feel or imagine what it would be like to feel motivated again, find out why are the main reasons you're unmotivated. Then break into steps, really baby steps, really small over a long time. Try to improve each of these things. And the last thing, time, 3 times a day, set an alarm and feel what's going on in your body. I mean, the improvement you're going to have if you start now, we're just at the start of the year. Imagine the end of the year if you did this, how motivated you could become. And it doesn't matter if you end up being motivated for leaving VetMed, or you feel motivated to stay in VetMed, or you feel motivated to go somewhere else, or maybe specialize, or whatever you do. But just don't like utilize this year to moving forward and feel motivated in your life, feeling motivated for going home and be with your loved ones, feel motivated getting up in the morning, feel motivated when the weekend comes and you got plans to go hiking or go to the cinema or whatever it is. Don't let whatever is going on for you right now take you through life unmotivated, because it's just not worth it. And of course, there's going to be days where you're unmotivated, right? We're not going to be happy all the time. I'm not happy all the time. I'm feeling super unmotivated today, but it does motivate me to go on a podcast and speak to you because I have this thing I want to tell you and that I've seen in my client and I want to share it, and that makes me motivated. So find out what motivates you. Find out what's not motivating you. Use the tools I've given you here, use the tools I've given you in prior podcasts, and make 2025 the year that you become motivated. And if it takes the whole year, it doesn't matter. It's much better getting in there, getting new habits, finding steps, finding out how you're feeling, and just improve like 0.5% a week. You don't need to improve that much at a time. And rather that than not doing anything because it's going to take too long, and then have the next 70 years of your life, whatever you got left, just unmotivating and right? You're going to try it. If you try it, please let me know, reach out, email me, whatever you need, however you can contact me, and let me know how it went, like what you tried, what didn't work. And if you tried and it didn't work out, by all means, jump on a free consult, or even better, jump on a consult before you try it out, and let's find together what is not motivating for you, what's going on in your life, what's burning you out, what's weighing you down. And then we can look at the three main reasons. Let's find them for you, like that quick in 50 minutes, and then make a plan for you. A plan where we say, okay, so this is what you're going to do over the next 4 months. That's what I normally do, right? I do the consult, we look at what's going on for you, what are the main reasons, and I give you the tools, and I send you an email and I say, this is what you should be working on, and just one step at a time. You don't need to do it all. And if you want my help, then sign me up as your coach, and I'll be for you those 4 months, and we'll meet almost every week and work on it, baby steps, one step at a time. Imagine how much you could change this year if you did that. I'm already excited for those of you that are going to try it. I know you will. I know you will try a bit, and then maybe you'll go a bit out and then you come back again, and that's fine. You got a whole year to become super motivated. So good luck with it, and let me know how it goes. Bye.